On a more serious note, yesterday, Northern California, there was another mass shooting in San Jose, to be exact. It happened in the morning time at 6:30 a.m. at the Clara Valley Transportation Authority. So it's basically just like our RTA, essentially, in the Bay Area, which is like one of the most populated counties in California. The man who did this act, his name is Samuel J. Cassidy. He's 57 years old. He was a longtime worker at this transportation authority. I don't know how long exactly, but he was, like a senior worker, basically. They said that not even said, he also set off his house on the same, before he went to
set his house on fire.
Set his house on fire before he went into work that morning. They said the reason why he did that was so that authorities would be going to the house first and kind of like space out, police and all that stuff. So it was thought through, to say the least. When he got to work, he actually shot in 2 different buildings throughout the process, and he took 8 lives, or 9, I'm sorry. He took 9 lives, and multiple people were wounded. He did have a history of, I guess you could say, being an angry person or like irrational thinking. His ex-wife, they were married for 10 years, and she said he would have good days and bad days, and when he have bad days, it would make her like very uncomfortable, which led to them getting a divorce. The neighbors claimed that like even when they would try to say hello to him, he wouldn't really speak. Like he would just kind of keep to himself, etc. And then also in 2016, he was detained by Homeland Security because he had just got back from the Philippines, and apparently he had books about terrorism, fear, manifestos, and a black memo book showing his hatred for his current job that he had at the VTA. But it was never, they never took it like to the next level to make it seem like, hey, we should probably look out for this guy or question him, etc. So fast forward to 2021, it seems that he kind of went out and did what he kind of had his hatred towards, which was where he worked at. There was a lot of chaos going on, obviously because of the fire, and then coming back to the facility or where they worked at. They also said inside of there he did tell people, "I'm not going to shoot you," and then continued to shoot other people. So he had a whole plan. It seems as if he had a plan of who he wanted to target and who he was going after. So, like I said, right now they're still, I guess, gathering all the details, but that's a hefty amount of what we got right now. So it does seem like it was a planned thing, to say the least. Yeah, premeditated. And so, I mean, obviously, first reactions, from you guys.
I don't know if this is a stupid question or not, but was he black or white?
So all they released is his name, and okay. I've tried to find out what his ethnicity was, but right now I can't find anything on it.
What's his name? Do you have his
name? It's Samuel J. Cassidy. He's 57.
I thought it'd be like
he's 57 years old.
That don't sound like a white dude's name.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. It's up for debate.
He also, he has, in addition to that, he has accusations of severe mood swings, alcohol abuse, and then he also got a restraining order in 2009 because a woman accused him of trying to rape and sexually assault her. Okay. So he has a history of being aggressive and violent, to say the least.
That's crazy. What's interesting about that you said was the fact that that's the first time I've heard somebody with a legitimate plan, and they weren't just going in there spraying. It didn't seem like.
Yeah, it says he shot 39 shots, and the police said when they got in the building, when they saw him, that's when he took his life. But up until that point, he had shot 39 times.
I don't know. I just think that what is the point? Like, if you want to take your own life, why do you want to cause so much carnage?
Yeah, why do you got to take other people's lives with you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in his mind. I don't know what his mental. It doesn't sound too well, like where he was going mentally, but it's just a selfish, like, cowardless thing to do. I don't know what these people did to him or what happened or if anything like that. I'm not justifying this, but like, this keeps happening over and over and over and over again in America.
Yep.
In America, like, because it's just insane. Like, if I go to work, am I gonna come home from work because the person down the road who I was mad that didn't speak to me and I said something, they spoke to me, now they're gonna shoot me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a crazy, crazy fucking thing, and I'm just so sick of hearing about it. But like, everybody says that. What's next? Thoughts and prayers, like for whatever the same like quote goes. We need to like do something to, like
about
to
it.
Try to restrict people from getting guns who don't need to have guns. He obviously didn't need a gun. He obviously was mad about something.
And from a mental standpoint, it seemed like he didn't need that.
It was already there, but I don't know. It's just so numbing. Like, we hear this all the time. It's just like, oh, 9 people died. Okay, carry on.
Yeah.
When is J. Cole album drop? Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like, it's
right.
like, carry on.
Yeah.
It needs to be more of an alarming thing, and I think it's just been so washed out.
We're desensitized to it.
Yeah,
it happens all the
so
time.
many school shootings and so many mass shootings that we just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just really feel there should be more ways in which we try to prevent people, like, from him getting guns.
To that step.
I don't want to restrict guns. I think people should be able to have guns if they want guns responsibly and things like that. And sometimes people do get guns who are responsible who also end up
doing some shit.
Too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have been okay when you got it, and you got crazy.
Yeah, you got crazy.
That's the other. Yeah, that's a possibility too.
So
I was just gonna say what you speaking on how there's a lot of school shootings also, and then we don't know how the other employees were treated, and even if they were,
it doesn't deserve that
being
death.
yeah right.
Yeah, or something of that nature.
The only reason why it made me click was because the one that happened in Chardon. Chardon High School.
Yeah, it was like in February. Like whatever year it was.
I was recently told that the kid who did that was being bullied by all those other kids.
Yeah, and he couldn't take it anymore.
So it's like, again, that doesn't equal to you should
murder.
Take. Yeah, but there is like a pushing point. Like
you
a
can
limit.
only push somebody into a corner.
Yeah.
Before they come out swinging or something else triggers them. And
that's why when we started, that was my first question. It was, outside of the black and white thing, was that because I didn't know if he was telling people, I'm not going to shoot you. I ain't like
nice
actually targeting people. I wonder if those people that he did get actually
might have been rude to him a couple times or something like that.
Yeah, nothing, like you said, nothing justifies killing somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is the first occasion where it didn't seem like, that's why I said this was the first time it felt like somebody wasn't just coming in spraying. Like it seemed like something.
And it just sucks. Like because at the end of the day, like we said, it doesn't equal to murder, but like everybody has a pushing point, and
I think it goes back to what we were talking about with the fans. Like, society as a whole just does not care about anybody.
Yeah.
Anything they say to anybody, and it doesn't matter until shit like this happens.
There's no like compassion anymore.
Yeah, there's no compassion for anything anymore. I feel like in some circles there is in other things, but like, you could say whatever you want to somebody and not think twice about it. Or would you want somebody to say this to somebody you loved or care about? Or would you want to treat somebody in a way in which, they were treated? And, like, to jump back to schools and shit, kids are fucking horrible. Kids, teenagers are shitty people, period, point blank. I used to be one. Not a shitty person, but, like, kids are really horrible. So, like, when people bully somebody in school, like, I think we said this before, like, it follows you. Like, it's Twitter, it's Facebook, it's da-da-da-da. And that stuff can be wearing on somebody, and then they go to school and they're mad at school. They don't want to be in school, and they're like, "What's the only way out? It's a quick solution. I'll just shoot everybody, and maybe I'll take my own life too." And
then they'll be sorry.
It'll be sorry type of thing.
Yeah,
I think we need to get it before it gets to that point, particularly with school shootings and things of that nature. Even like going into work and shooting up the place where you work, like you don't feel safe anywhere. Like where are you supposed to feel safe at?
Yeah, and the other crazy thing is he's been working there for so long. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like he's just a new employee.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
So he's been knowing these people, well, maybe most of them, for a very long time.
He snapped. Haven't we? I've snapped and not got a gun and went crazy on somebody or something like that.
Right.